Hello folks, and welcome to a new game for us. This is called All Quiet Roads, and you're going to see there's some similarities between this and Mini Metro and the kind of spin-off of Mini Metro, which is Mini Motorways, or it might be the opposite. I think Mini Metro came first. Whatever, I should do my research. But this is called All Quiet Roads. This game actually faced a little bit of problems because they faced a lawsuit at one point, from my reading between the lines, from the Dino Club, who makes the Mini Metro and Mini Motorways game. But they came out because this game is similar in some respects and very different in others. So let's go ahead and jump into London here and we'll take a look. We're just going to go ahead and load up a new game in London. And there's Big Ben, there's some enormous trees, and our shapes are going to generate. So very similar at this point to Mini Metro or Mini Motorways. We have shapes that appear, and then we can build our pathways, and it's a little messy building some of this stuff sometimes, but that's okay. There we go. I really hate dirty roads. So these are going to generate shapes, and they're going to travel on their own. They don't need car or trains or cars or anything else to come pick them up. They go on their own, which is great. And we're going to slowly zoom out. We'll add on more shapes, and there's a lot of other things that we have to look at here. So we have 15 roads that we're on right now. We have a roundabout. We have intersections. That's for an overpass, like where they don't interact but they can cross. And then we have 4 bridges left. So let's go ahead and speed this up. And every time we complete something, we reach one of our goals, and more shapes pops in here. So there's lots of ways to play this game because the shapes generate inside of here. To have something, let's say like a circle needs to go to this triangle, and let's pretend that wasn't a triangle, it would have to pass through these cities where it slows down a little bit and causes a little bit of a delay. We should see it here with the circle as it goes through. It doesn't disappear because it didn't do its thing. It goes away and it causes a little bit of potential traffic once we get more into this. You can see there's up here we get goals, so we're going to get another 10 roads once we reach 25. We're at 18 right now, but let's speed the game up a little bit. You'll notice that zooming out is a much greater effect on this game than what it is on Mini Metro and Mini Motorways, which I don't think I've actually talked about Mini Motorways on this channel. I have to do that at some point here. Maybe next week we'll take a look at that one. But you'll see there's some similarities, but there's also a lot of differences. And that's more what I want to focus on, is not the similarities, because that's easy. But we want to look at the differences of how these two games work. And to do that, we really need to wait for us to get to the next level, where we have our setup here. So we get, let me pause the game real fast. We get 10 regular roadways, and we get 5 essentially highways. They're divided highways. We have 3 bridges and 15 roads. So I'm going to select the that, and I can vote on it, or you can just wait till the time runs out and it'll do its thing. But let's go ahead and throw that on there and get rid of that, and then we'll resume our play here. And you can see that it does take time. It generates stuff and takes a little time to throw them out of wherever they're going. And if something's passing through there, it can't exit those things out of that spot because there's a car or a shape already in its pathway. You can see this triangle in the middle is getting quite busy because it's right in the middle of everything. There, that looks better for me. Okay. So that's one's going to present us a problem here. I'm going to get more highways here and vote on that because I definitely want more highway shapes. And we're going to connect some more of these. Dragging the roadways in this one is kind of a pain in the butt, but I guess that's true of all these style of games where you have to draw pathways for things to travel on. They get to be a little bit of a pain. So that circle's really far away. We're going to switch over to our highway system here. We're going to run that straight over. And let's pause here real fast and take a look at our rewards. We can go with this, which is 10 roadways, 5 highways. We have 2 more intersections, and then we have a pickup truck. Because cars break down in this game. It's not like they just travel and go through and do their thing. The shapes can actually stop, or you can use these to remove things that are causing problems. I don't think I'm going to do that yet. We don't have enough traffic quite yet to justify that. But you can see this area is starting to get pretty darn busy. And you can see how much faster these guys are going up here versus other spots. Okay, let's slow the game down here because we got to think. How do we want this Pentagon to go through? You can see it has a name. If you hover over it, it will give you some information. So it's school. It's waiting on lots of things for that to go out. And we're going to spin up, or speed up, should I say, this entire routing system there. So this one should be going, and we're probably going to need to speed up this bridge as well, because you see there's a lot of traffic going to that bridge. We just can't do anything really about it right now. So we'll speed this up. And then we'll go back to our regular roadway And I want more highways because I want to speed this pathway up real hard. Let me have it. All right, well, speed. Let me have what I want. All right, I guess we're gonna have to go back and connect this guy in here as well. You can see dragging these paths is kind of a pain in the butt, but once you get used to it, it's not too bad. But it does take a little bit more work than what I was hoping for. All right, let's see if we can get this area sped fully up. There we go. Now we have kind of our main corridor that we're gonna base other things off of for right now, I think. So we can drop a pentagon down this way. Oh my God. Like so. And then we may want to try to connect this over to here just to see what we can do with that. But the game's going to continue to zoom out. You notice that we don't have our fast forward button anymore. It knows it's going to be getting more complicated. We can zoom in, and when we zoom in, we have our map that pops up here, which is super fun. I like that these don't lose any quality when you zoom in or not. I don't particularly care for the graphics of these. The trees don't really make sense. The textures here don't make sense. The water while moving is nice. It just doesn't fit with everything, I don't think. I think if we simplified the textures a bit more to make them flatter like everything else, it would look better, but that's just me. My only real criticism of this game is the UI is not my favorite. And that's okay. It doesn't have to be. I just would prefer something slightly different. We could try putting a little intersection in there, but we don't really have any real intersections right now, so I'm not going to worry about that. We may want to, if we have enough space, speed that area up at least to get it over there, and then hopefully, there we go. Ooh, we got a bulldozer. Yay us. And it gives you some other options of things that you want to do with all that, but we're going to let the game continue to go and see where we're at with all of this. But it's a nice little fun game. The different challenges, it gets much more complicated as we get more into this. It looks pretty simple right now. I can promise you it gets significantly harder as time goes on, and to be able to get the star ratings and to make sure you can get everything to where it's supposed to be without running out of resources actually proves to be a real challenge, especially as we get more unique shapes. So we only have, I think, 4 shapes right now: a triangle, square, circle, and pentagon. There are more shapes that will pop up, and that's where things start getting more complicated. But also where we have things interchanging here, like we could merge all of this into one spot. So if we were to do something like that, what does that look like? Let's find out. There we go. We got a roundabout there, and then I can remove this, and that should all function. See, we have super unique shape, and we'll put it right off of there. And then we have our beautiful little roundabout, which I'm going to actually redesign this one to go that way and remove that, because I think that looks better. You can see they travel on the left. There's our first little thing. And you can see they're traveling out of here. So these guys are getting produced. They're having to travel up. Looks like they're going this way for some of them and this way for others. And they're all going there. So that's a really popular spot. Ooh, didn't want to build that. If we hover over this, we can see it's receiving lots of stuff from other shapes, and it's waiting on several more. So the game moves and it does play. We have, and you can see we have our first little log jam of stuff here. So we're going to redesign this intersection. So this guy's going to come over here and then up. We'll get rid of that. We'll connect that back in, and hopefully that will solve that problem. If it doesn't, we're going to probably put a roundabout somewhere over here and have them jump out, but we have to wait for some time. Hopefully get a roundabout at our next spot here. What do we got? Oh, we have a triangle I need to connect. No roundabouts. All right, but we do have highways, so we can deal with that. We need a highway system. Let me vote on it. Give me my highways. Just waiting for them to load up to this full bar, and once it does, we'll get our thing delivered to us. And we got something else coming. Yep, there's another triangle out here. All right, and you can see how the area that we're building continues to expand, which is just fine. We'll take this last spot here and do that, and hopefully that will allow us to have a little bit quicker transportation between those spots. And do I have enough to build there? Yes, I do. All right, so our internal structure here, other than this spot right here, is all super fast highway stuff, which is great. But the game continues to build on. You go out and do things further. You have to take a look and see what the different colors there, and then you can use your bulldozer and or your tow trucks to remove stuff. So if I go in and find a car that's causing problems or a design that's causing problems, I can just remove that problem very easily. But you can see lots of people want to go up here, which is causing a little waiting here for the ones that have to turn into that. Everybody wants to stay on the left-hand side because we're in London. That's where cars are at, is on the left. So this is All Quiet Roads, or AQR. It's a fun, relaxing game. You can hear the music. It's very soothing, and watching all the little things dance around the roads, it's very fun. I rather enjoy this game, and I can't wait to play it more. You can see I didn't unlock very much. I've just played this particular scenario a bunch of times because I've found just this one fun by itself. So we'll see what else brings to us here in the near future. But folks, thanks for joining me for another episode here of random plays that I go through, and I appreciate your time, and I'll talk to you later. Have a good one. Bye-bye.